How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. Apparently I wasn't on the naughty list and I got gifted an Action 5 Pro, which is really convenient because I was thinking about replacing my GoPro Hero 10. This thing's just been freezing a lot and it's really inconvenient because when it does freeze, I gotta unscrew it from my chest mount, open the cage, slide the battery out, slide it back in and hope for the best. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's just really not consistent now and I'm pretty much over it. I run the cage because I need the 3.5mm jack because I put my transmitter on top of the camera. I like running external mics because it's just easy for me to like clip it on somewhere, and the little wind muff works really good. I don't have to use any onboard wind reduction or anything like that. And also, I hate to say, but DJI has really upped their game. I almost want to say that they've surpassed GoPro at this point. They have a better load life because of the bigger sensors. They have a longer battery life. I think they rated up 4 hours. I'm expecting 2 hours, 30 minutes, but it's still really good at recording time. It's a really long time. It has a faster startup. You could just push the button and it's just recording. It's already recording, push it again and it stops. It does give you 3 seconds before it fully turns off. It also has internal memory of 64 gigabytes. I do run the cage on this right now just because it's really convenient. It allows you to like unclip it and then put it in portrait mode, super quick. You don't need anything else. And then you can unclip it quick, you know, talk to yourself. But yeah, I really like it so far. The accessories, the technology on it. One thing I did pick up for is the DJI MIC MINI. This thing's just small. Look at the comparison to this. I don't expect it to sound better than this one, but if it works somewhat close to it, I'll be happy with that. Another thing that I like about the DJI MIC MINI is that you don't need a receiver to work with the camera. Like, this is pretty much all you need. Instead of having the receiver on this, you can just run it directly to that. And I've seen a couple videos, it sounds pretty good. So I'm hoping with this video, we get to kind of like play around with the field of views and maybe the stabilizations on there. I like to use the widest field of view just to give a lot of information to my viewers. And I also like really good audio quality. So I'm curious to see how the onboard wind reduction works. I've seen it compared to the GoPro Hero 13 and it blows it out of the water. But like I said, I have the little mic. If this works, then that's gonna be my setup. I did want to take a couple minutes to show you guys how I mount cameras to my chesty. I use the Stuntman. This is by far the best one. It just stays on there really good. The elastic doesn't stretch out. It's been working great. Keeps everything nice and tight. I do use a GoPro tripod mount. Put it on there. It comes with various mounts for the Stuntman, but that's the one I use, the tripod one. I screw it on there. I also have a cold shoe plate that I bought from Amazon. Double-sided tape, like with a Gorilla tape or something like that. That's super high strength. It has never fallen off. The sun's hit it. I've gotten it wet. It's been cold. Everything I throw at it is still on there nice and tight. I am liking the thumb screw on the DJI. It has some wings on there, so you can put some pretty good leverage on there to torque it down if you wanted to. Simple as that. And the space that it gives you to work with is pretty good. And I just want to demonstrate how easy it is to pop it off, put it in portrait mode, so in case you want to do some reels, and then you pop it back out, go back to your wide view, just like that. Super easy. One thing I do want to note on the DJI MIC MINI, as you guys can see, like the Rode has a cold shoe or hot shoe like mount built into the clip, and this one is too small to do that. I ended up designing a quick 3D mount that allows you to slide in the mic sideways, just like that. It kind of gives you the cold shoe mount, and from this you slide it into the cold shoe, just like that. And now you pretty much have the same setup we had before, a little more compact. I definitely feel like it's lighter. The camera itself feels lighter. Like I honestly, like I don't even notice it. And on the GoPro you do feel it, and it does affect it because when you're riding through, like this extra weight tends to like cause a little more flop, and this is like super solid just because it's lighter. If you guys have a 3D printer or a friend that has a 3D printer and you guys wanted this file, I will leave the link down below. I put it on Thingiverse. It's under like DJI MIC MINI cold shoe mount or something like that. So I designed this myself and it works pretty good. It's nice and tight, and without that you wouldn't be able to use a cold shoe or hot shoe like I'm using now. And there you go. This is pretty much the setup I'm going to be running. Okay guys, so now let's see how easy or hard it is to connect the microphone to the camera directly. I can't get over how fast it starts up. I believe we go down to settings and we go to wireless mic. I think it's right here. I touched one of the receivers. You could actually do 2 mics. It looks like you have to turn it on. Power on the Osmo and pair. Okay, turn it on. I think it's just turning it on, but I think I have to put it in pairing mode, which you hold the little button and it turns blue, I believe. And it should be connecting to it right now. And just like that, it connected. The battery level is 100%. Oh, nice. It tells you the battery level on there. And as you can see, the mic's working. Nice. And I believe you can do LEDs on, low cutout, auto power off, clipping. You definitely want to have the clipping on there, because what that does is, like, if you speak too loud, it kind of lowers the volume on it, so you won't clip the microphone and it won't sound like super blown out. That's a really good feature, and that's one of the reasons I upgraded to the Rode Pro on my previous setup, because you can talk, scream, do whatever you want, and it won't clip it as much as without that option. So I'm gonna definitely keep that on. And one thing I do want to mention too is that the front screen on the Osmo is touchscreen as well. See? So you don't have to like take off the camera if you can't see. You can do all the changes that I just did to the front little camera. And that's also another reason why I would have chosen the Osmo over the Hero 13. Okay, now that we connected it, I want to try something really quick. I want to say, you know, I charged my camera, I charged my mic, and I turn on, ready to record. I want to see if it, as soon as I turn on the mic, will it connect to it? And it does. And dude, I love the fact that it tells you the level too. So it looks like it connects right to it. Okay, now let's say the microphone's on. Say, you know, like I stop, I'm getting something to eat or whatever before I continue writing. I'm eating my snack. I push record, ready to go. I want to see if it connects right away. Yep. And the mic connects right away again. That is awesome. All right, we're out here in the testing facilities. Right now, I'll be using the ultra wide for all the clips. I will be changing the stabilization. Right now I'm on rock steady. The next step we're gonna do is rock steady plus. And also the mic, some wind noise on just standard, and I think it has another level above that. So for now, this is rock steady, ultra wide view, and wind reduction set on standard. I decided to turn the camera on in this little area. Wind's a lot stronger right here. I think we're like in a little wind tunnel. Can you guys hear the wind? All right, here we go. First real downhill. I do want to say that I'm set on color normal. I plan on doing the M-Log or whatever it is, where it's just flat profile and you pretty much color correct. But for today, to make it simple, using the regular color on the camera itself. Following Camarena, the local legend. Puppy's behind me. Gotta keep an ear out for that guy because it's been a while since he's been out here. You good, brother?
Yeah, you're good.
All right.
Hold on.
Whew. A lot of brake bumps. Way more than I remember. Try not to sniff so much. I've been sniffling a lot when I start now. Woohoo! Ooh, not going fast enough for these little jumps. All right, so how are we sounding so far? Sounding pretty good. Like I said, I could take this mic right here and point it at anybody. How you like it so far?
Oh, fuck, it's not worth it.
You heard him. You heard it here first. Like the wind's coming in. Can you guys hear that? Look at the flag. Like dust blowing. Can you guys hear it? I'm taking the mic. I'm gonna go a little bit of distance, see how far I can go. This camera is line of sight. If I give my back to it, it won't be like a strong connection. I don't know if it's breaking off now, but as soon as I face the camera, still hear me. Pretty far from it. Like I said, I'm not planning to go far from this at all. I'm gonna go a little longer. I'm eventually gonna go over this hill a little bit and see if it cuts off or not. I can still kind of see the camera from here. I'm not sure if it's picking it up, but I mean, it's pretty far. I don't plan on being this far at all. So overall, I'm really impressed with how advanced the Action 5 Pro is. From video quality to wind reduction on it was really good. But let's talk about stabilization first. Just keep in mind that I had this camera mounted on my chest the whole time. I feel like if it was mounted on my chin, stabilization would have been a lot better. But as far as rock steady goes, I feel like that view was nice and wide, which in my opinion feels a lot more immersive. I also tried out the Rock Steady Plus, which was a lot more stable than the Rock Steady, but with some cropping into it. And horizon balancing would have been my favorite setting if it wasn't for that crop factor. Once I'm able to get my hands on that FOV boost lens, I feel like Rock Steady Plus will probably be my favorite level of stabilization on this camera. Okay, now let's talk about some audio. You actually have two options as far as wind reduction goes. You have normal and high. And with the normal setting, I was able to get really good audio out of this camera. It really blew me away. The processing did really good. It almost sounds like you have a dead cat on there. As far as like listening back on my cell phone or my laptop, I wasn't able to hear any of the processing. Once I put some headphones on and like listen real close, I can hear a little bit of the processing, a little bit of like, you would call it audio artifacts, kind of like a little distortion as far as like the processing goes. But on the high setting, that's a little bit more noticeable. So for me, the high setting is probably not anything I'm gonna use anytime soon. And then with the DJI mic, it was probably the more natural like wind reduction processing, especially because it's more of a mechanical, since it has a little wind muff that actually cuts out a lot of the wind noise. So for now, I'm not too sure what I want to use, either the normal setting or the mic. They both have the pros and their cons. Like for example, on the normal setting, I feel like you have more of dynamic sound, like it captures everything around you. And then as far as the mic goes, it's more directional. So whatever you're pointing it at is where focus is on, especially because I'm writing it with my chesty and then it points at my face. So you hear me more with some background noises, which could be a plus or a negative depending. Like my bike has that EPA motor that rattles a lot, so it helps out with that, so you can kind of focus on my voice a little bit more, unfortunately. So for now, I'm just gonna be going back and forth until I figure out what works best for me. Hopefully I was able to provide you with some helpful information about the Action 5 Pro. I'll probably do a long-term review on it once I get more miles on it and get more familiar with the camera. Let me know what you guys think after hearing on your mobile device, TV, and with headphones. What settings would you guys use? With that said, I'm gonna leave you guys with a little side-by-side clip. Unfortunately, you might have to turn your TV sideways or your phone sideways. Other than that, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See me how it sounds. Should be the angle, hopefully works out. Pretty good headwind coming in. Woo! So like, what's it called? Hold on. The ultra wide, oh shit. Oh, missed it again, dude. What was I saying? Really feeling the ultra wide on regular, normal stabilization. I like the wideness on that. I'm not a big fan of the hyper